Hello, today I am going to show you how to make a simple cardboard loom. Many of you may have already had experience with this. Here's a box that I've already cut into. In elementary school or so I'm just cutting out a rectangle. It's not going to be the prettiest rectangle, but you need to cut out a rectangle to the size that's a little bit bigger, like a good inch or two bigger than you want your final weaving to be. Alright, so I'm going to use this vertically. And measure every 1/4 of an inch and mark it with a marker or a pen or a pencil. I have a pencil like right over here, so we'll use that pencil. Alright, on this ruler it is a gridded ruler, and this is the 0 mark, this is an inch where it has the little number. Here, that's your 1/2 inch where it's that thicker line. Here's a 1/4 inch, 3/4. Over here, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, and or not 3/8, 3/8, not 2/8. This is 3/8. Oi, 3/8, 5/8, 7/8. There we go. Right, on a cardboard, I wouldn't go smaller than a 1/4 inch, otherwise you lose the integrity of the cardboard. So I'm just going to line up my ruler and mark my 1/4 inch every 1/4 of an inch. So here where it's like slightly less than a 1/4 of an inch, that's fine. Let's go this way. If you work with centimeters, it'd probably be like a centimeter or so. Or two millimeters, excuse me. No, I don't know, I'd have to look at a ruler. Basically, you want even markings across your little loom. Cut notches. I'm using a box cutter, which that's paint, by the way. If you do use a box cutter, make sure it's nice and sharp so you go all the way through. I also I personally like to use scissors when here they are. Now, you can use a cardboard box, cut off the like top of the box and cut your 1/4 inch notches around the top, and then weave or wind your warp going around the box, both vertically or across the width and the depth of the box, and you can weave a 3-dimensional seamless container that way. That demo will come at a later date. So, all right. So our loom is already. If I want to, I can even draw a design directly on the loom. Draw a little house. Yeah. And what we'll do next is you're going to look for a strong, really tugging on this, smooth thread that is slightly smaller than the yarn that you plan to weave with if you are wanting to weave a tapestry, traditional tapestry. So what you will do is, this is size 10 crochet cotton, which you can find at most craft stores. It comes in a tube or on a ball like this. A very common, and personally my preferred warping material is called 8-2 cotton warp, and that one, if you're lucky to have a weaving shop near you, you can get it there, or you will have to order it online. All right, so I just taped this down to hold it in place. Now I'm going to pop my thread into that notch, turn my loom around, and I'm pulling where tauntly, but I'm not pulling enough where I'm going to bend the cardboard. And I'll just continue wrapping around the loom in this fashion. So this is a continuous warp where it's wrapping around. I like this because I find it a bit easier to adjust the tension. The other option, especially if you don't want to deal with fringe, this one you'll have to deal with fringe. If you do not want to deal with fringe and you are going to weave the entire height of your loom, is wrapping around the notch. So I'm going around this notch, back into the front, going around the back of the notch, back into the front, and I'm still keeping the same tension. It's all the same tension. This takes time to get. Once you get it, you've got it. So if you were doing the cardboard, like using the whole box, you would use this going around the notch method of warping. So I'm to my last notch. Ooh, this notch I need to cut a little bit deeper and not cut my thread at the same time. All right, there we go. So as you could see, the notch bent. This is the most common thing that happens with these looms. They are easy to make, and they also kind of fall apart really quickly because it's, you know, it's cardboard. Cardboard is strong, but at the same time, it's not like a wooden frame that will last you through many, many more weavings. This will give you, I don't know, a good couple weavings depending on how you weave. So now what I need to do is just tie these together to help keep that tension. And I'm just doing a square knot. The nice thing with the cardboard is the tension, because there is not a big space between your cuts, that is also helping hold the tension in your loom. And now you are ready to weave on this little loom, which I will demo another day.